You're going to access the custom tabs. You're going to choose F3 and the solve template. You're going to select number 4 and enter that in. The only difference between this and what we've done previously is we have to change the steps slightly. Okay. In step 3 here, before we actually enter the equations, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add extra spaces for the third or more equations. Right? And the way that you have to add that is you have to add a space, and a space, and you have to add an additional variable inside of the kind of curved brackets. Okay? So what we're going to do here, as I enter this, you'll see the order that I'm going to do things. I'm going to go ahead, as I move from right to left, I'm going to place my z inside my curly bracket, so I now have x, y, and z. And then I'm going to go right in front of my comma, and I'm going to add space and space. And so the way to do that, the space key is this white button, the alpha lock, or the alpha key, and then this change of sign. Right next to it, you see it's a little, it looks kind of like this. And on our keyboard, it's the change of sign key with the white button. So I'm going to go to alpha lock. I'm just going to tap this alpha key until this A is highlighted. And I'm going to type in space, so this key here, and I'm going to type the word A and D, right, and then another space. Okay, and all that does is it allows me now to enter 3 equations instead of 2. So now I'm going to go back and enter my equations now. So my first equation is going to go right after the parentheses. So deselect the alpha key. So A plus Y plus, X plus Y plus Z equals 2. There's my first equation. I'm going to move after the first and. Notice because I put a space in front as well as behind, it allows me to kind of be located right between the 2 ands with a space on each side. I'm going to write my next equation. So negative x plus 3y plus 2z equals 8. Then I'm going to move to the right, and then right before the comma, after the space behind the and, I'm going to write my last equation, 4x plus y equals 4. And I've already entered my z into this last part. So I can now just hit enter, and it'll give me the solution for all 3 of those. So x is 0, y is 4, z is negative 2. So you might be asked one of 2 ways to solve this. If you're entering it as an ordered pair, you just list them alphabetically. So 0, 4, negative 2. And if you are specifically asked to enter each one, you have it in this form. All right, so let's see if you can answer this question. And then just enter the new ones. So we get x minus 2y minus 3z equals negative 1. Move to the next. After the and, write your next equation. 2x plus y plus z is equal to 6. Move after your and right before the comma. Write your last equation. X plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 13. Hit enter, and you have your new solution set, which is 2, 3, negative 1. So that would be your ordered triple with the solution. X is 2, y is 3, z is negative 1. So let's talk about these 2 examples here. All right, first, this first example, if we're looking to solve it, we access our custom tabs, hit F3, choose the the system solver template. We know that we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns, so we need to add our unknown in. So we add a z here. In front of the comma, we'll alpha lock it, hit space, AND, oops, and then space again. Okay. Now, if you're using your the calculator on your computer, you can just use the keyboard, right? You can hit space and then AND space. All right, so if we start typing the equation in, so our first equation is 2x plus y plus z, set that equal to 0. Second equation, x minus 2y minus 2z, that's equal to 0. And then finally, x plus y plus z is equal to 0. Okay, everything else is good. Hit enter. And what you should notice here is you have an @ symbol. Okay? So when you express your answers, you have x, y, and z. Okay, x is given as 0. Y is given in terms of this @ symbol, negative @1, and z is given as your @1. And now, your calculators might differ. It might give you a different number after this @ symbol. But the @ symbol basically represents you have many solutions. And the solutions are based on whatever z is, whatever the variable that's given the @ symbol by itself, with nothing added or nothing multiplied, divided, added, or subtracted to it. That is your base variable. So when you write in your solution here, and we have a number for 0, so we plug that in. Whatever variable is assigned the symbol @ and then a number, you're going to leave that as your unknown, your unknown variable. So that's z. What that means is your solution set for this system is x is always 0. Okay? Depending on what your z is, y is what with respect to that value. It's the negative of it. It's the opposite of it. So we write it in terms of that. So basically what we're doing is we're going back in and we're replacing our @ symbol with the variable everywhere it appears. So y is negative z. Z is just the z itself. And then x is going to be our 0. So this would be our set. If we wrote it as an ordered triple, if we wrote it by identifying each individual piece, we'd say x is 0, y is negative z, and z you just answer as itself, as z. Again, if I just leave my template as it is, I can delete the equations that are in it and just re-enter the new equations. So I get 3x minus 2y plus 4z is equal to 1. Move to my next equation. X plus y minus 2z is equal to 3. Move to my last equation. 2x minus 2y plus 6z is equal to 8. When I hit enter, it gives me my solution. Okay? And so I have x is 7/5, y is 10. And again, for z, I can go up, highlight it, and move over to see it's 21/5. And so my answer is either going to be written in this form or as an ordered pair, 7/5, 10, 21/5.